how the hell am I supposed to show off this tank taking out a drone base with the weather like this? Come on. That's more like it. So, just wanted to let you guys know that I have ported JRandall's excellent MCR and Scorpion attack tank to vanilla Empyrion. And I think you can see here, to make up for the maneuverability that I lost by having to take away the Reforged Eden large 2x2x4 thrusters, I've had to put a huge number of these level 2 vanilla thrusters in here. Not just there, but also there, and also on the back. So, I've not been 100% successful in restoring this thing to the maneuverability and agility it had in the Reforged Eden version, but it is still quite mighty, and I'm still very happy with the results. Another thing that I did, and we should probably take the drone up to see this, I've added a little bit more sting in the tail of the Scorpion. I added the spoiler area with 4 railguns and 4 pulse lasers. The pulse lasers help destroy POI shields, and then the 4 railguns help you pinpoint damage turrets once you've got the shields down. I had to change up the turret loadout as well because vanilla rules only allow 6 minigun turrets and 4 turrets of other kinds. So, the good news though is that although it's not quite as mighty, well, so I'd say it's probably better armed just because of the fixed weapons in this version, and also because CPU in vanilla is actually more permissive when you get to tier 4. You can see CPU here is 100,000, and we're only using 80,000. And that's not only all those, you know, tier 2 thrusters, tier 2 large thrusters, but I also put in some things in here like a med station and a fridge, other things that I don't think were in the Reforged Eden version because there just wasn't CPU for it. So, you know, trade-offs, it's not quite as agile. It's probably slightly better armed because of the fixed weapons. Of course, the downside is that because it does have more weaponry, and it does have all these thrusters, the material costs are much, much higher for the vanilla version. Anyway, I will put this up on my workshop. It is quite good. I'm quite happy with the results of the port, and I'll go ahead and show you guys what that looks like. There is a drone base not far away, so we will take that out, and I'll show you how this thing just humiliates a drone base. And then I'll actually cut the video as I go back to the nearest Polaris trade station, which I don't know if this guy offers station services. We'll probably have to go back to my CV down here, and we'll cut the long journey because I don't think you guys want to sit through it, but just want to show you that Jeff's original goal for this CV, which is that, for this HV tank, which is that, just want to show you that Jeff's original goal for this HV tank, which is that the POI will usually shoot at these forward turrets instead of shooting at anything else back further behind it, is actually maintained. And you might be surprised at how little the repair cost is going to be after we just tank an entire drone base like we just don't give a damn. Alright, so first things first, if my marker is on the drone base, you're going to have trouble seeing the shield number. So let's go ahead and nuke my marker on the drone base. Now, I have actually hit this drone base before, but I used the console regenerate command to, like, completely regenerate it, as if it had never been hit, so let's get the shields charging. Okay. Make sure we're getting 3 meters off the ground. Now, the way I've got this set up, I've got the turrets in different groups, and the minigun turrets... Oh, hang on. Yeah, I took a shotgun blast from a Xerox about 2 minutes ago before I started recording, so that's why there's a little damage. Well, damn, I guess it lost my groups after the last time I blueprinted it. Well, that sucks. So I had these grouped up in such a way that the minigun turrets were only going to shoot at ground troops, and the other stuff was not going to. Well, for the purposes of this video, let's go ahead and auto-group. And then let's get to our turrets. And turrets are going to shoot at NPC factions, not predators, not drones, not hover vessels, not small vessels, not capital vessels. Only bases, and only turrets and mounted weapons, not thrusters, not generators. Okay. Can't tell if the shields are on or not. No. Thought I turned them on. So as you can see, the terrain here is pretty open. And in that respect, this is a little bit of a best-case scenario. Because if the terrain were a lot more constrained, if there were, I don't know, a forest or something along those lines, then it might be a little bit harder to hit this guy, but... Alright, our shields are at 100%, and for the first part of this, while this guy still has shields... Go away, spider. While the first part of this, while this guy still has shields, I'm just going to be shooting the lasers just to bring his shields down. And once the shields are down, then I'll actually switch up to the railguns to pinpoint damaged turrets. So, let's do it. Okay. Now let's switch to railguns. Okay. I think there's one more turret, yeah. Alright, there you go. Drone base completely defanged. Nothing left. And let's take a look at the damage to me. Yeah, you know. Lost some minigun turrets up front. But, really, that's about it. So, let's go ahead and go back to a place where there's station services, and then I'll show you guys what the repair costs are after just completely humiliating that POI, and not even trying to back off when my shields went down, you know, just went ham on it without a single damn. So I'll cut you back in when I've gotten back to the station, and we can take a look at the repair costs. Here we go, let's land. Take off our hover engines. Thrusters. I think when I screwed up the device groups here. Yep. Okay. Station services, get cost of repair, 2,670 credits. Call it 2,700 credits for round numbers. And again, just to be clear here, basically lost the front 4 minigun turrets. Barely lost anything else. So, let's go ahead and get that repaired. It's all back. It's all good. So this will be up on my workshop. I'm not sure what I'm going to name it. I don't know if I want to put the MCRN name on it, just because I'm not sure I like the idea of it being, you know, like I don't want to steal Jeff's thunder here. Like, he's done that whole MCRN thing, and I don't want to claim that like I did this, because this is just me just backporting something awesome that he made back to vanilla and, you know, making it a little bit more sluggish and a little bit crappy. So it might just be Scorpion AT-V or Scorpion AT-vanilla, and I'll make sure to give Jeff credit. But, you know, obviously the material costs for this guy are very, very high. You can see, maybe, okay, not as high as I thought, but still, you know, 800 Eris and Zask. So it's non-trivial, but it's also a really, really excellent tank. And, you know, Jeff's insight when he built this, that if you put all the turrets at least 3 blocks away from each other so that splash damage can't hurt, you know, can only hurt one turret at a time, is brilliant, and that's exactly why this thing works so well. So I'll also link Jeff's video where he talks about this, because, again, it's fucking brilliant, and if you don't know about this tank, you really should. I guess that's about it. Links in the description. I hope that you're staying salty, my friends. Have a good one.